Hello, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Today a man has gotten the better of Angel Star. Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't it strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? Doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't have changed anything. Exactly. The photograph tells all. It's the defendant who stabbed the victim. But it's from the wrong angle. That truth still stands. Still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? The witness is found to be lying. They're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. Tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. The star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and she said she saw it from B block. Must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? The angle of view to the crime. Why, the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, security guard station's on the second floor, and, she would have sort of more 3D view of the crime. This is important. Why? Perhaps you'd like to reconsider, Mr. Wright? Well, Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Security guard station. I guess the distance. Changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but look at the floor plan, it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is about 30 feet. Let's see how that would change what she could see. What she saw was not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Star, you witnessed the crime from the security guard position. How long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, Miss Witness, you. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? Quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. Bring a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boysenfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. Witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. Before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. That's when I had to go through the visitors parking lot in B block. It's quite a detour. Probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? It changes things considerably. There's that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have the photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point. And the spork is a wonderful invention. Yeah. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely! Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. His sodium levels are way too high. Have any evidence to stop this? Yeah. Objection! 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You could have made pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. 5 minute blank. Isn't that strange? Yeah, how long does it take you to make grits? And not instant grits. No southerner, true southerner would make instant grits. Strange. If you're a criminal, What would you want to do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. Didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. This guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal act this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah! Well then, seems we have come to the end of this testimony. Witness has a grudge against the defendant, a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on the account of her professional history. Did it. You screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid the cough-up queen has been dethroned. Hooray! And with that, court is adjourned. What? Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the ones you tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker. Out of deference to the witness' determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Objection? Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time? Decisive evidence. Should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoes. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Well, blood type maybe, but what about, you know, DNA? What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what is the meaning of this? Yes, thank you, Edgeworth. Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you have blood tests performed? Did I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. Can at least study some evidence law, really. Yeah, you really should, Phoenix. Prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, appears this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure the guilty are properly judged. Victim's shoe added to the court record. White enamel shoe bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Skye. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Decisive evidence. Should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. Yeah, why didn't you? Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results. How many times do I have to say this? Well, at least one more time. Saw the chief prosecutor stab the witness before my very own eyes. Compared to that, 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimony, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This is when the suspect is admitting she did it? False testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. It actually kind of is. I mean, hell. It's even included in the 10 Commandments. Let's just get this over with. Now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? You did not. And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime. I detained the chief of the prosecutor, notified the police department. I want to make myself useful. I was waiting for the police to arrive. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. Shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, lady. And in case you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Yeah, that is a crime. Now tell us what you did next. 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence to court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. She got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. Blood belonged to the victim, Detective Good. As I said, there are 2 types of blood found on the shoe. The other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie? Huh? I'll speak up. Well, blood type comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between 1 million types of all the blood tests out there, which means that we have more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just 1 person. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. Had a little more time, I've gotten DNA test results. They said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies. Suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. Ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. Afraid he was going to say that. Shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Huh? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? Problem? It's critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Well, I think that there is definitely a problem. I'm not imagining things. Say there's one critical problem with this evidence. Clear contradiction. Gleam in your eyes. Still young, rookie. I give you a peppered fish gut now. But I bet you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with the evidence. Oh. There's blood on the bottom. I wonder if you've noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. There'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. Makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly contradict you about blood on the bottom of the shoe? Well... yeah, there would be, a lot of blood around here. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't that strange? Why is there any bloody footprints surrounded by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. Contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order. Well, witness? What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but... is it true the lack of a footprint is a contradiction? Because we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Yeah, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Hold it. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. You were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside and kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. Predator, this one. A leopard woman. Row. I thought it was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt on the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know what the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean, yes, suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason alone. To erase the blood stains that would become evidence against her. Ah! That ties things quite nicely. Bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clear with this murder. And after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's the prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe? Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But... enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor? Very well. But Angel Star's on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water. The court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. Hold it! Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox? A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. Even more? Oh boy. When we come back, folks. Another helping. Have a good one.